Welcome to another episode of Tumbleweeds and Tombstones, an Old West version of Vampire the Masquerade, where my players accuse me of trying to kill them every week, and I have to remind them that they're already dead. When last week got together, you guys were wrapping up the robbery of the train heading into what was then Indian territory, now known as Oklahoma. You had decided to rob Mr. Black of his prize and steal the little girl known as Lupe, who seems to be a captive and was being smuggled in by two vampires for hire known as the Chameleon and the Defiler, both of which you guys had vanquished earlier on in the evening. Summoning Bartleby to your side after you guys had dispatched with pretty much the rest of the human guards and the U.S. Marshals with a adaptive use of Quietus by your local Semite. You guys kind of mopped the floor with the human guards being used to supernatural adversaries. Summoned Bartleby to you, who brought back Sonoy. Had a quick discussion and decided that you were going to take Lupe and the wounded Marshal with you guys. That is capital M Marshal, not lowercase m Marshal. Having fed him enough vitae to at least get it that he was no longer in serious danger, you guys got back into your magically imbued carriage, traveled back along the train tracks with the goal of finding your missing trappings and weapons and other accoutrements that had been apparently yeeted outside of the train by a brainwashed Atris and Wea. You guys, realizing that you were not going to make it back to where that had happened in time for the dawn, scanned the horizons for any kind of settlement or anywhere that you could bed down for the day, and found an old little mining shack out in the wilderness and decided to go there, where you found a codgety old man that was leveling a gun at you guys, but with a quick mind zap got him to basically be your willing pawn. Adele made it known that she intends to turn Marshall into a ghoul, and with the help of Liam, erased and altered a bit of his recent memory in order to make it that he came and single-handedly stopped the train from getting robbed by a human gang known as the Diamondbacks, that you guys had that he came across you guys suffering from heat exhaustion, and that he was not going to disturb you guys during the day, and that he's a big hero. Meanwhile, you guys had loaded up your carriage with a whole bunch of loot, equaling a good sum of money from the train, and a old book written in Latin that mentioned something about the alchemist fire. And it seemed to be a very important bit of literature. With that, you guys had bedded down for the dawn, and we will start tonight's session, where you all, I think I said last time that you guys all regained a willpower point for having a full night's rest, where you succeeded in your role, so you were not riddled with nightmares during the day. So you all wake up, you spend a blood. Are you going to spend the extra blood to appear humanish?
No, because I have blush of health.
Yes.
Well, at least your character does.
I'll make the roll for Mask of 1,000 Faces, so I don't have to spend a blood point.
Okay.
Walter will just be a pale cowboy.
I am also a very pale Indian today.
Okay. Anyone who is choosing not to spend the blood that doesn't have the blush of health, as per usual, will have a +1 difficulty to all social rolls because you look sickly
Right.
and recently hit. 3?
Three for
Okay.
Matthew. Yeah.
You're able to pass as alive. Because you're not changing your physical attributes other than looking pink rather than pale.
Just
Excellent.
pink.
So remind me of the sleeping arrangements. You had
Vampires in the carriage, humans in the shack.
okay.
And Sonoya was kind of daytime guarding the shack, and Bartleby was keeping an eye on everything. And the crotchety prospector person was making sure he was protecting everyone with his gun.
Yep. So you all wake up in the carriage seemingly undisturbed, if not a bit cramped.
Oh.
Especially with Wea being the giant muscle that he is. And
I'll kind of like stretch my arms across everyone and take everything that I need.
Watch it, Waiter. God, if I wanted to sleep with this many men, I would have gotten paid for it.
Man, this
gonna
place
poke Adele's eye out.
Someone drop a cow on me?
Would you like a cow?
No, can you turn into a cow now?
That doesn't sound half bad.
I can summon some cows.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay. And it is nighttime, so I will go outside.
okay.
H is like to follow.
I'm just imagining we're all gonna fall out like some horrible clown car.
Like a Scooby-Doo movie, everyone just tumbles out of the van.
Before getting out, I want to
Yeah.
turn on like my heightened senses and stuff.
Okay. You do that.
I'll emerge and immediately look for the old man that we met.
You see him at the front of the shack, holding his gun to basically prop himself up as he being given the command to stay guard. Actually, no. You don't see the old man. You do, however, see Bartleby a little ways off, have built himself a fire. Because again, it is the dead of winter at this point in the middle of the desert. So it is below freezing. It is extremely cold. You see smoke coming out from inside the shack, but not like it's on fire, just like from the little steam pipe that comes up. And you see Bartleby a little ways off from you guys, having built a rather impressive campfire, and also finding some old wood and a little bit of corrugated metal to kind of make himself kind of a makeshift little thing to help keep the snow and stuff off of him.
Liam, your abilities last past the dawn?
Depends. Usually the dominate commands go through until the command is finished.
Okay. Hopefully, he's not just going to surprise us with a shotgun, but I guess we'll find out.
And you guys do hear a gnawing sound.
I will go check on my wolf. What is
you look around the corner and kind of by where, and you can kind of see in the firelight, kind of halfway between the shack and the campfire, you see Sonoy, and he's gnawing on some kind of bone with some meat on it.
Is there a boot on that bone?
Make a perception plus alertness check.
I was about to say, does it look like an animal or is it human?
Does he get a lower difficulty since it involves articles of clothing?
Can I just ask
Is his
him?
proficiency?
I'm gonna just ask him. Hey, is that an animal or is that human?
You asked Sonoy, and Sonoy's like, there was a goat not far away that I
Excellent.
borrowed.
From.
Good job.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look human. It looks animal.
I'll look at him. Yeah, it's a goat. But yeah, so let's go ahead and check up on the humans, right? Hopefully Marshall's doing better.
Yes, indeed.
Sure hope so.
Tally ho. to the house.
I mean, you do want him to be a ghoul after all.
Bartleby sees you guys all stirring, and he kind of waves over, and he comes to you guys, knowing that you see him bundle himself up a little bit more, and heads towards you guys, so that way you don't have to come near the campfire. So there was a little bit of an issue with the human. Apparently, after a while, the old man's command in his mind was answered, and especially with Master Yu being unconscious for the day, he seemed to start getting kind of out of hand, so I had to deal with it.
Well, I appreciate pragmatism above all other things.
Did you want this? And he you see a shotgun that he did not own before, and he hands it to you.
Goodness, Liam, you are now responsible for the deaths of 2 old men.
And always purely by accident.
Don't worry, I'm not mad about this one.
If it's any consolation, I did do it quickly and quietly as to not arouse suspicion with those inside.
Oh, well,
Oh, you're all right, Bartleby. You're all right.
Well done.
Oh, that means I can have my gold back.
True.
Oh, yes. And then he hands you a little sack.
Them inside, they been out at all today?
Yes. The skinny one is quite irate and upset.
I'm sure he is.
No, I apologize, Bartleby. You do not have the physical attributes to distract him as well as some others in our group.
The girl has remained mostly quiet. When it seems your implanted memories have taken where he knows that he has saved the girl, and he is being very protective of her, but he was rather insistent of wanting to check on Miss Barito, but I assured him that she needed to rest, as heat exhaustion is a serious condition that requires the rest of the individuals who have achieved it. He wanted to ride out and fetch help and a doctor. However, I told him that since we only had the horses and the carriage, that doing so would potentially leave us stranded here in the middle of nowhere during winter, and that could not be good. So he is, for the moment, accepting patience, though for how much longer, I'm not sure.
Oh, I guess this is your kiddo, Adam.
Might as well talk to him.
Now, in the shack, was it like a single room shack?
It was basically and even by a room standard, it was, I don't know if you guys have ever been in like those like ice fishing shacks where they're the little tiny, we're talking like a dorm room sized building that had a single cot bed, a single table and chair, and then one of those old black stoves that has the pipe coming out the center of it, wood burning just enough, and basically you get the idea that that is the main source of heat, and that it serves itself well enough to be a small enclosed space to help retain heat during the winter.
Yeah, I just want to look around it and see if this prospector was prospecting properly and have gold claims or anything. She said he's got.
Okay. Go ahead and make a Perceptigate roll.
Oh. I got 2 10s and a 6. Let's see what happens next. Okay, I got 5 successes.
Okay. It doesn't look like the guy has had any success recently. At least he doesn't have like just stores of precious metal around. However, on the back of the shack, there is stapled a whole bunch of animal pelts
Ooh.
That he seems to have been curing. So it looks like a couple of raccoons, some possums, one or two probably coyotes, and rabbits and things like that. So it looks like that he's been, if nothing else, at least hunting to as a way of making some kind of ends meet.
Should make a coat for Bartleby.
Give me a wit plus either crafts or finance, if whichever one is better for you, Liam.
Okay. I have nothing in craft, so it's gonna be finances.
Okay.
It is a big fat 0.
You have no idea off the top of your head about how much these pelts would be worth, but you know that they look warm.
I'm just gonna collect them. Take them
Okay.
out.
Yeah. Shove them in the sack with everything else. Okay. Who's going inside? What's the marching order here?
Adele, you should go first.
Okay. And who's leading Adele around because she is currently blind as a bat?
I'll do it.
Okay. So Adele, you hold on to Wea, and the two of you enter the shack as you see both there is a fire going, but again, I'm not going to make you guys roll for that because it is contained inside this little metal stove furnace. So controlled fire is fine for you guys. You've been around it in this day and age enough that it's not surprising or anything, and the door of it is closed, so it's not even like it's an open flame. You see the little girl, Lupe, and Marshall both huddled up with blankets and furs on the cot, and it seems like they are playing a game of cards between the two of them, and he's teaching her how to play. The door opens, and they immediately look up. Oh, Miss Baratow, you are awake.
I am
Put the voice on him.
I was so worried about. Hey, what's going on? Why? And he kind of does one of these. What happened to your eyes?
You know, there was an unfortunate accident, but I seem to be doing okay otherwise.
What? And he looks that way. Why didn't you look after her? You all were supposed to be taking care. How could you allow this to happen to her?
It's not their fault. Accidents happen.
I should have been there, ma'am. I'll never forgive myself for as long as I live. I am so sorry.
It is not your fault either. I'm not upset in the least. Despite the fact that I can't see, I still look lovely, don't I?
Ma'am, you look amazing, and if you can see it, I mean, God damn it! If you could,
you know what would help me, and what would be the best thing in the world? Could you be my eyes for me?
Ma'am, I would be anything you need me to be.
Oh, I would love that, and I'll remember those words.
And excuse my language, little one. And he's looking at Lupe and everything else. It's okay. I've had worse happen.
Oh.
I will say that there's not enough room for everybody to pile in, like even with Adele and Wea inside here. Wea, your head is almost like kind of like hitting the ceiling of this place as you're kind of like hulking in here.
huge hulking
Oh.
mass. I don't like
We'll,
this
we'll,
place.
we'll just say Atris is as close to the door as possible, but she's not inside.
Atris,
Walter ain't going
Atris, Liam, Walter, you can all be within earshot, like right outside the.
Oh yeah, Liam is like that silent laughing outside, like.
Like we're all looking at each other. We're just kind of doing this.
Your compatriot there, Bartleby. How'd you all get out all the way out here, and how'd you get heat exhaustion in the middle of winter?
It is quite a long, intense story.
Well, I reckon the first thing we need to do is get y'all back into town.
You know, which town did you think would be the best to go to?
Well, I think we should head back the way the train came. Get us back into Texas.
That would be the safer area.
That would be the quickest trip, Marshall.
I reckon so.
Okay. How far would you say the train was gonna the train was gonna stop in Indian Territory? How far do you think that would be from here?
Going by carriage? Shoot. Another day or two?
Okay.
I just kind of shout, I was like, don't forget, we have an appointment at the Lonely Coyote.
That is true.
Well, if we have a place to be, we should be on our way then. No time to waste here.
Oh, wait, where y'all going?
Well, I do need we have some previous things to get done, but I would love it if you would accompany me.
Well, ma'am, if you're suffering, you should go see a doctor or something.
I can promise you I am in no pain.
And you can see that he's just kind of sitting there like scratching his head. Oh, that doesn't make no sense. If y'all had heat exhaustion just the other day, y'all should definitely not be.
Weren't you just saying that it's the middle of winter? It's cold. That counteracts any exhaustion from heat, doesn't it?
I'm feeling a lot better now.
I will excuse
Heat and
myself.
cold are opposite.
Waya will excuse himself from this room. Oh, actually, I'll go to Lupe.
He loves me and believes every word I have to say. I shouldn't have to.
What was that about Lupe, Wea?
While this is happening, I'll just go over to Lupe and just they can finish their scene first. Go ahead.
I was going to say, going over to her might be because, again, the juxtaposition, but you can inch a couple inches closer. But high or low, Miranda?
It's mean.
Game.
Hi.
Well, I gotta admit, I ain't no doctor, so I guess that makes sense.
Exactly. It's just I believe they call it science.
Well, ma'am, I'm afraid I don't know much about that, but
Medical stuff. I heard once or twice in my trap.
right. Well, seems we can do that, though. If I'm supposed to be getting this little girl back to her family, they seem to be more south than north. And you can see that he looks actually torn between the memory you guys gave him, where his job is to get her back to her family, which is in the opposite direction of where you guys are headed, and wanting to stick with Adele.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Adele has her heightened senses up, yes?
Yes.
I'm just going to kind of like say loud enough that I hope she can hear, but the Marshal can, like, Just let me know when you want me to bullshit.
Maybe I'll.
You
I'll
guys
go-
just start like learning the sign language for bullshit, so that way whenever there's a moment for
God
I'll just call over Lupe and say, "Come on, honey, let's get ready for travel."
Okay.
In the nicest, non-threatening, hulking Indian I can.
Now, just a moment there. She's under my charge, and I guess where we head, we can't take her. I mean, what are y'all going to do?
If Weya is exiting the shack room with Lupe, I will kind of like circle and snake in.
Okay. As they snake out, you snake in.
Well, now, Inspector Marshall.
Oh, good Lord! What happened to your face?
Oh,
Ugh.
as has been stated before, accidents do happen.
It's been a rough winter.
Indeed, it has.
Oh,
There's no need to
in
be
my life.
sore about it. But I don't know if you recall hearing about a very important marital item for Miss Barito. Now, it's entirely possible I may have had a conversation with you. It's entirely possible I told another gentleman, thinking it might have been to your advantage. But a very important diamond necklace with a rather large ruby fell off the train, and this is part of Adele's dowry.
Yeah, you did tell me about that.
Yes, and we are on a secret mission to make sure that we reclaim that dowry, as that belonged to our mother and our mother's mother and our mother's mother's housekeeper's mother.
Because how can I ever get married, dear Marshall, if I don't have my dowry?
Now, we also are looking to confuse the Diamondback gang and making sure that our course is going in multiple directions. So part of what we're doing is backtracking the train route just a bit to where we believe the necklace in question fell off. Now, me being more of the dandy fella, we could certainly use your assistance, especially now that we have a young one that also needs looking after. Will you please help us, Inspector Marshall? We have so little hope left in this world.
He leans over and whispers to Adele, "He is haunting to look at."
Well, thankfully, I don't have to look at him. This is a blessing.
I mean, I've seen the backside of cattle that look better.
It is a very small shack that we are in.
Well, but at least you have a great person. You seem pretty smart. You'll do all right.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you and he kind of holds his wrist again, like remembering an old punch that was given. All right, well, I reckon I can help with that, but I think afterwards I should get this little girl back to her family. If you guys are thinking of moving more, northeast, that gets her further away from her family, and I'd plumb think that she wants to go home as soon as possible.
Now, Miss Adele, did you need a brief moment with the dear Inspector Marshall here? I bet it's a bit of a invitational. I'm really bad at this subtlety.
Talk funny.
Why, yes, if we could get a moment alone.
First he says I look funny, now I talk funny. That's just Paula to me. And I just leave the shack.
He just silently tried to hold her laugh next to her. It's just like, no.
You just can't win.
Oh.
The door closes.
Now, My dear Marshal, where exactly are you?
I'm right here. And he holds your hands.
Excellent. Now, I could use your help. Do you promise to help me out?
Any way I can, ma'am.
Excellent. How many more nights do I have to do? 3?
2 more.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
All right.
I thought it was 3 nights in a row.
It is.
So last.
Already done one.
So this would be night 2.
You bled him last night when we were healing him.
So
Okay,
you
would be day 2.
did it last night, so you would have to do it 2 more nights in a row, like tonight and
Right.
the following night, in order to ghoul him.
Oh, okay, so 1 more.
Well, she's only done 1 so far. She hasn't done tonight's or tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My brain.
Here's what I want to accomplish.
Okay, what would you like to accomplish?
More ghouling. Trying to think the best way to go about it. I'm gonna ask him if he can go sit on the couch, and then I'll be right there 2 feet away. And then I have a surprise for him, but he has to close his eyes.
Ma'am, I
See,
appreciate it, but you didn't have to get me. You didn't have to get me anything.
Oh, it did not cost me any money.
Well, I must admit this is a bit unusual of a place to be doing something like this, but I trust you.
All right,
He sits on the bed and closes his eyes.
cool. Let's see. Trying to think how I want to do it. I think she's gonna intoxicate him with a kiss first.
Okay.
This week on New to Ghouling.
We have not seen it done live, so it's this is one of the things.
Not true. We actually saw Chad do it to his horse.
Oh, well.
I was only once,
Saturday.
so I wasn't aware about the 3-night rule.
And the horse couldn't like tell on him throughout the
Yeah, the horse also wasn't human.
Horse, do you want this to happen? Nay!
God damn it.
No, Chad, you actually did do it 3 nights in a row. You fed him hay.
Did I?
Yeah, you fed him hay with your blood on it 3 nights in a row.
Once was an apple.
Remember.
Yeah, once was an apple.
First time
yes.
was an apple. I remember that.
You were basically the old witch from Snow White.
Oh yes.
Job, cat.
All right, so you would like to kiss Marshall.
Yes.
His eyes instantly pop open as he's like, as he is just shooketh.
Poor virgin.
As the youths say.
Now, did I hear your eyes open?
He grabs you by the shoulders and, ma'am, woo, woo. I must admit, I was not expecting that.
Well, you must close your eyes again. Again, trust me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm still gonna turn like kind of away so I can just kind of like chomp on my hand a little bit and just get a little tiny bit of blood and just kind of like put it on his lips.
Okay, so you're sitting there lip.
No, not like
Isn't this romantic?
delicately in a seductive way.
Yeah.
This is vampire erotica right here.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, I like it.
This is page turner stuff.
Okay, go ahead and give me just a straight wits roll.
Oh
You
no.
know, he's just gonna sit there with his mouth open. You're just like chucking drops of Vitae at him.
1 success.
Could only roll 2.
Okay. You think that maybe the best way to get him to ingest some is maybe to put some on your lips,
Right. Okay.
rather than randomly sticking your finger in his mouth and hoping that he finds that sexy kind of thing.
Yes.
As his
I'm
eyes
very awkward. Okay, I don't know how I got this.
Hey, first
Oh,
time
yeah,
for everything.
But Adele, who is a mistress of seduction, would know that perhaps
Okay.
so you bite down on your finger and rub it around on your own lips.
And so him is just going to taste sweet.
Exactly. It's going to be pleasurable kind of. As a matter of fact, what you could also do is bite your own tongue.
Mm.
Yeah.
That.
Will the vitae to flow there as you go in for another kiss this time. Teach him what the French do. Yeah, you teach him how the French do. This is something you learned from your home country. And yeah, he is shocked and shook, but he gives into it.
Cool. And then I'm going to whisper in his ear, my darling Marshall, I have thought about doing that since the moment I laid eyes on you. And though I cannot see you now with my eyes, I can see you with my soul.
Ma'am, you are like a fresh rain after a long drought. I will find this necklace for you, and then I will speak to your family about us getting wed.
Really?
If you'd have me.
I certainly would.
He ain't got no ring.
Snogging continues.
Excellent.
That's a word.
All right, outside. Outside of the Love Shack. You guys take Lupe outside, and Walter, Wea, Liam, Atris, you're all there.
Now, I am hesitant to ask because I don't want to appear as though I'm trying to be a jerk.
Okay.
Which is fun for my character. I would like to ask Wea if he thinks the pelts have been taken care of well.
I will inspect the pelts.
Okay. Give me a perception plus survival roll, please.
Hey, I have these things.
Yeah.
And it is perception based, right?
Yes.
Or I mean sight based.
Yes, the perception plus survival roll is indeed perception based.
Joke.
While he's doing that, Atris would like to kind of look around the horizon, kind of get a good look at the perimeter, just to give search pattern to go just to look around.
There's a frozen stream nearby that the guys seem to be using for fresh water. There's an outhouse. There's the fire that Bartleby built a little ways away. Other than that, it's a little bit of trees and things like that. It's a little bit, or at least some of them being firs and things that still have some greenery on them, but the majority of them being dormant trees. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anything else nearby.
Otherwise, quiet.
Yeah, just normal nighttime sounds.
And I rolled
Excellent.
6 successes.
The guy's definitely not like an expert kind of thing. It's not like he's a professional trapper and someone that probably deals in pelts a lot, but he knows enough of what he was doing to tan them that you get the idea that they would probably fetch a decent price at a trading outpost or something like that. On a scale of 1 to 10, you'd think that the guy's skill level's around like a 6. So slightly better than average, but not an expert.
Definitely looks like he knew what he was doing. Could probably fetch a pretty good price in town, but other than that, it's good.
Oh, it's always good to have some additional resources. Now, we've traveled at least for the majority of one night. I would assume we shouldn't be more than maybe a few hours out from our intended destination.
So we find our stuff, then we go back and drop off Marshall?
Well,
It would take us a long time.
And if what Adele is doing is what I think she's doing, she's going to need at least one more night with Marshall.
Yeah, sending us back down south before we need to is not a good idea at the moment. I mean, he wants to go down south, but we don't need to right now.
And if we get to the Ugly Coyote, we might be able to get them their own horses and transportation to send them on their way.
So we're taking them in the Indian Territory, is what you're saying.
That's what it looks like.
For now, yes.
And then hoping to find our stuff on the way back.
Lupe kind of tugs at Leia's pant leg.
And I'll like crouch down to meet her like eye to eye and like not be intimidating.
I thought you said you were taking me home.
And I'll just kind of look up at Liam.
No. We are taking you home. That's not what's going on here. We're just trying to get a few things done first, and the inspector is still healing, and he's going to be the one taking you home. We just want to make sure he's okay.
Okay.
Not technically lying to her.
No, I mean, basically everything you said was pretty much the truth, unless you're... So, all right.
Oh, no, she terrified.
Yeah, and I'll just look at her and say, soon, honey, you are going home. We can assure you.
Okay. And you see her kind of shiver a little bit, and she kind of looks over at the fire that Bartleby's tending to.
I'll say, hey, Liam, hand me those pelts. Now, do these pelts look, or at least one of them look like she can like hold it for some warmth, or can I give her a few of these, or like?
You think that the best bet would be probably one of the coyote ones, just because size-wise, she can kind of drape that around herself like a blanket.
Yeah, I'll give her one that's sizable to her and tell her, hey, keep this with you. This is I'll look at Liam and I'll say, this is yours now. Okay, this is a gift from us.
I have no attachment to them, so.
Yeah, and I'll just give her the biggest one there is.
She wraps it around herself. Thank you.
And then I'll give Liam the rest.
Can I go over there? And she points to the fire.
I think you're allowed.
Go ahead.
I just want to take also one to Bartleby to at least throw over his shoulders, because I know he's in call.
Yeah. So Bartleby and her kind of go off, and you see that he's actually has something on a spigot over there that he's been grilling. And he pulls it off and is giving it to her. You know, humans and their need to have sustenance beyond blood. Adele, I'll say, depending on how long you want the snogging session to go, I mean, you've done what you've needed to do in the last, couple minutes.
Excellent.
Oh. Children will always just be an interesting mystery to me.
Weren't you a child once?
I was a child of privilege. Mostly all my joy was beaten out for societal purposes.
Mm-hmm.
My father was not the kindest upbringer.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that, but it's nothing quite like being a kid, and looks like someone tried to take that from Lupe too.
Oh, at least there's a chance you can find her mother again. I lost mine very, very young. I did not ever know my parents.
All of you who are outside of the shack, give me a perception alertness roll, difficulty 7.
Is this hearing?
No, sight.
Oh, excellent. Even better.
Got 3.
Jeez.
Ooh.
0.
0, okay.
8 and a 1.
I got 3.
Okay.
I got 6.
Okay. So 3, 6, 0,
6.
and how many, Wea?
3.
Okay. So Atreus, you're just kind of surveying. You're still watching the surroundings, making sure you guys aren't being followed. It's just part of your training to kind of be on alert and be lookout. So you're not really paying attention. She is not a threat, as best you understand. A mystery, sure, but a threat, no. So your focus isn't really on her. The rest of you who are looking at her, Liam, you notice this first. The rest of you notice the clothing she's wearing. You kind of get the idea that the guys that kidnapped her just threw her in there, so a lot of the stuff isn't fitting perfectly, properly, or anything else. As she goes to put on the coyote pelt, you see where her shoulder blades are as the dress kind of dips a little bit. You see the tops of 2 long scars along her back over the shoulder blades. And I'll say, Liam, because you got the 6 successes, they look like older scars. It doesn't look like something that was done in the last few nights or anything like that. It looks like an old, kind of like Wea's, where they're old and it looks like they've healed like years ago. They look different than, because beyond that, I mean, it doesn't look, unlike what they did to Marshall and the train conductor, she looks a little bit skinny, not like completely emaciated. She looks but it looks like their goal was to keep her alive at the time that she was delivered to where she was intending to be sent. But you don't see any other kind of bruising, scratches, like any other kind of signs of hurting her. So it
just
doesn't
these
seem.
few elongated scars in her back, right?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
see that? The hell? The hell caused that? Did you see those on her back?
I did, and I do
Got
have a
markings.
wild speculation, but it wouldn't be anything more than that.
You do?
Like I said, it's a wild speculation. But everything she's been able to do so far, and with what Adele said her aura looks like, this little girl might be part angel. But again, wild speculations.
That would exist, but after seeing what we've seen, I don't doubt.
Hell, we've seen a demon door.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
Whoa.
that kind
Angel.
of changes things a little. But
Probably best for us to get her far away from us as soon as we can.
That, and I also don't think anyone should be telling Lord Pembroke about this either, especially since this was not at all part of our mission.
they just
I agree.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't see best on this.
I think part of our mission was to destroy the cargo.
Yeah.
But if the cargo disappears,
What are we going to tell them? That we didn't find it? Or that it was something else?
Destroyed. We destroyed the cargo.
They're going to ask what it was. We can't have you blurting out, oh, it was a ring, and me saying, oh, it was a child. I mean, well, I wouldn't say that. You know what I mean.
I have a feeling that our employer knows the cargo. So there's no reason to lie about that, but we can absolutely say that we took care of it.
At the very least, we need to not cast doubt that that she'd exist anymore, at least in his eyes.
We got rid of her. It won't be a lie.
So up to the
I guess I
point
can
we
go
would
along
have.
with that.
Yes, we will not be actually getting rid of her, so I will be okay with that.
Adele, do you stay in there? Oh, sorry, Walter. Looks like you're about to say something.
Actually, Walter was going to try to say something to move this to get us moving. So
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
please
So
continue.
Adele, do you stay there with
Marshall.
how long do you
His
stay?
name is
Do you
Marshall.
say anything else with Marshall, or
All
are
right,
you ready to come out?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, he's not going to stop kissing you, so you're going to have to be the initiator on this one.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna tell him that. I'm gonna pull back. We really should. We really should get back out there and see what our next move is. Can you help me out there?
I would be. He's kind of pulling himself together, and you see him. Go ahead and give me a perception alertness roll.
Yeah.
Is he, uh-oh.
Is it made of wood?
We're all adult children here, and I can't say I'm any
Or-
different than any of you.
Or promoter.
Yeah, you hear him adjusting his trousers a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure she felt things well.
Possibly not, because he is accepting kisses. He is still a Christian man, and you are unwedded currently, and he left room for Jesus a little bit.
Liam come over and knock on the door of the shack. Adele, this is your cousin. Your male escort. Is everything fine in there?
Yeah, just fine. We'll be right out.
We do want to get going soon.
We will be right there.
All right.
So, you guys, Marshall goes, all right, I can help you out, miss. Are you sure you're warm enough?
Well, I might. If there's any kind of, I don't even know what's in here. I can't see a darn thing. If there's any sort of fur or anything I could use to wrap around me.
I think I saw some of those outside, but here, you can take mine. And he takes off his and he puts it.
But then you'll be cold.
I'm strong, ma'am. I can handle it.
Sir, we are in the middle of winter, as you have told me multiple times. I will not let you be cold too.
Well, all right. Well, then we'll
How
have
about this? You go, you use yours, obtain one for me from outside. And bring it inside.
He does so. He goes up to Liam. He asks for another coat, or not coat, but pelt.
Well, I'll have the Danny Fighter give him the coat.
Here.
And he brings it back to you, Adele, and you guys come back.
Okay.
So, and he leads you outside, and you guys see Adele and Marshall exiting the building.
She always got to get waited on. I
Yeah.
swear.
Yes, I do, Walter. Yes, I do. I have my.
Marshall turns to you and goes, "Yes, you do what, ma'am?"
Oh, nothing.
She opens a Bible each night.
Well, that's good, man.
Indeed.
So, because I know Bartleby needs to sleep. He absolutely needs to sleep. I'm not sure about the other two, so I can definitely drive. We still also have the shotguns mounted on top.
I'll
I don't.
also drive with you.
I don't mind minding one of the shotguns.
All right, so
Yeah,
I'd
go
say
back up
3 of
there.
you can fit up top, and then the rest would have to get inside.
Well, because isn't where the shotguns are mounted isn't like a laying position across the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take
So
one.
H's would just be, she'd just be positioning herself wherever the shotgun.
Okay, so it's
mounted
basically going to go Liam and Wea in the driver's seat, Walter and Atris laying on the top, shooting, which basically leaves Adele, Lupe, and Marshall inside the carriage with Bartleby.
A happy family.
This will be fine.
and-
There's nothing that can go wrong in this entire night.
All right, so you guys ride out. You head back to where the tracks are, and you start following them along. Those out and about on the so everyone except for Adele and Bartleby, give me a perception alertness roll. Difficulty 8.
That's a couple ones. Single botch.
Damn, 2 10s.
I got two.
That's the only 2 successes I got.
Walter, you really miss your hat. You're just really thinking about your hat a lot. And your statue.
Did they?
You
Oh,
haven't
like, did they
published.
take his hat? Oh, because he left it. That's right.
6 successes.
6. Okay.
H's
I
got
feel like
2.
I'm naked
two.
out here.
All right. Atris, you don't really see anything.
Boo.
Wea, with your ability, with your night vision, as you guys start approaching the area where you think you start looking around, and you're like, okay, this is starting to look familiar, and looking a little bit closer to what you think you saw, and you are thinking you're getting close to where your stuff was at the time of the train. However, you do think you might hear like a horse or two in the distance, like running, keeping pace. You're muted.
How?
Oh, no, we can hear you
Am
now.
I? Hello?
You're
Yeah,
there.
There you
we can
now.
Whoa. Okay, that's strange.
It might
Okay.
have just been a sound cut out for a second.
I'll say I hear a horse in the distance. Someone might be chasing us.
Oh, behind us.
Can I pick up like a direction, or is it just like the sound itself?
It's mostly behind you and a little bit to the left and right, kind of like off on the sides.
Behind us, but off to the side, left or right. I can't tell.
Oh, it's a good thing we've got some riflemen ready.
Whatever. I forgot. Waitress is pointing in what direction again?
Left.
Left. Okay,
How-
so yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, she'll just be pointing her rifle to the rear left.
Okay.
Walter, you make an L with your finger.
This is extra hard because my camera is mirrored, but you see it. You actually
Yeah,
see it
so
reversed
you-
from the way
yeah,
I see
you have
it.
it proper.
It's even extra.
I see you
messed up.
proper.
Yes, that's the one.
This is backwards for me.
Oh
I'm
boy,
sorry.
cameras.
Yeah. Well, Walter's gonna also like look at Atris and then kind of shuffle and wheel around.
I got
Does
another
this
question.
thing? Does the mounted? Does it swivel? Can I swivel it? Can I swivel myself? around?
It can be swiveled a little bit.
It is
Yeah.
swivelable.
Walter's looking behind us now.
Can I get a feeling? How fast are we traveling right now?
I mean, you're not like whipping the horses into a frenzy, but you're going at a decent gallop.
Okay.
Should
And
we
how
go
many
faster?
Horses? How many horses are there?
4.
4. Right. Okay. I wonder what this was. This is gonna. Actually, no. I'm chilling. Okay. Yep. That's it.
Yeah. You guys get to the point where you think you're getting pretty damn like on top of where your stuff would probably have been about.
Do I still hear the horses?
They've gone further and further back as you guys have kept riding.
Okay.
Well, we're going faster than them. That's for sure.
Maybe they just wanted to go to where the train was.
Maybe. Keep your eyes up when we stop, though.
My eyes will stay open. I will keep eyes.
So I guess we're stopping then the search for our items.
We should get there. We should get that stuff back.
If we're at the spot where we think they are, I guess we'll stop the horses and I'll call Sonoy out of the carriage.
Okay.
I don't know if I figure he's probably just been running with us and not in the carriage.
Yeah, no, he's been running alongside.
Okay. And
you guys have been traveling for like a couple hours by this point. Like,
yeah, I'll go up to him and I'll say, all right, this is around the area where we lost some items that fell off the train. Do you pick up any scent of us or me or anything around here, Sonoy?
I will look, brother, and go ahead and make a Perceptigate roll for Sonoy.
Oh, he does not have investigation.
Okay, perception alertness then, just to try and.
Okay.
The puppers and his sniffers.
The rest of you, go ahead and give me a Adele. When things stop, do you get out or do you stay in the carriage?
Stay in, but listen harder.
Okay.
I got one success on that.
We can just keep like driving down along the tracks till we run into it, right?
We actually think we're in the spot where it should be.
You think?
Yeah, or at least we're close.
I mean, it's
what did Waya get on his
around
roll?
here?
I got 1.
He sniffs around for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes as you guys are kind of just waiting, trying to look for yourselves, and you do see him come across a tomahawk that looks familiar.
Oh, word. Yes. Run over there and take it. Well, we found something. They might be over here. And I'll call everyone over to the spot so we can all start searching together.
I rolled a 3 on a search of some kind.
I wasn't. I didn't hear the call for what the roll was.
I may not have.
I didn't make
turn.
Yeah, if all of you are going to start looking now, it's a perception investigation roll for everybody.
There we go. All right. Yes, I will certainly do that.
No matter what you could have told me to perceive, it was going to be 6 dice, no matter what. So.
3-1.
Oh, that's
3.
better. 4 successes.
I hate ones.
4 successes, 3 successes.
My 10 rerolled into a 1, so I got a 0.
Okay.
Too excited about
Just
finding
with the
guys.
snow and everything else, Liam, you're not finding anything.
No.
You found a rock, another rock.
A rattlesnake.
Oh God, another rattlesnake! Oh no! It just wants to... All right. Where you can make a roll too if you're actually.
I did. I rolled 0, sir.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you and Liam are finding goose egg. Walter, you find a rifle. That is yours.
Good to see this again. That's all I found.
Atris, you find a couple of your throwing daggers.
All right.
And one of your crossbows?
Well, as far as I know, I only had one crossbow.
Yeah. So you find your crossbow. And then kind of finding it, Wea, give me a perception plus survival roll. And then Adele, go ahead and give me a perception alertness, but hearing based.
God, dude, these dice are gonna get thrown away. 3 successes.
Okay. You're noticing that it kind of seems to be something of a not a obvious pattern, but it's leading you guys a little bit further and further away from where the tracks are. And at a certain point where you realize, okay, you guys are strong, like you and Atris can, but like where Atris goes out and she picks up her crossbow, at this point you're far enough away from where the tracks are that, like, unless she sat there and willfully pumped blood into her strength to throw this thing even further, it's been moved because there's no way that it was thrown this far from the moving train.
Can't you tell if it was moved artificially or by, say, natural elements, by like wind?
I mean, it's a little bit further than that. 4 successes, Adele? Okay. Nope, just normal outside sounds. As you guys Atris, definitely not by like wind. Wind would not have moved. This thing is like a good couple yards away from where it would make sense for it to have been.
Okay.
Like 6 feet, couple yards, or like
yeah,
way
like
more
good,
than that.
like a good 6 to 9 feet away from what would be the range of what makes sense.
It looks like we got a trail of breadcrumbs to follow.
Yes, it certainly doesn't seem like these weapons are moved on their own.
I haven't found all mine yet. Anyway.
Same, only some of my knives and my crossbow.
I want to
My
shout
axes.
out the window. Anyone find my little knife and my little pistol?
No!
Not yet. Adele, you see anything?
Same as I saw before.
All right, I guess we can both keep looking.
Liam, remind me, how many of the vials were left?
All of them, except for one that we used initially to test. So we had
Right, I was saying, how many was there of each kind?
3 blue potions and 4 vampire vitaes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Some of us had some of those vials. Atris had one of the vials of vitae.
I distributed them right before they all got chucked.
Right.
Which those are what I want, really. I mean, I got replacement weaponry and that pocket watch that I stole, which I keep stealing a lot of those.
It's good to have a hobby.
Do you guys
Yeah, if there's a clear pattern of like where Atris would think more weapons would be, she would like to go continue a search pattern towards that direction.
Okay, Atris, make another perception plus alertness roll for me.
I am also going to be following the trail of breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if all of you want to go ahead and do that, go ahead.
2 successes, Sean.
3, okay.
Is this Perceptigate or a different thing?
I believe it was Perceptigate.
Yeah, Perceptigate.
I got 1 on it.
1, okay.
This was much better. 3.
3, okay. Where are you rolling to?
Sure.
Really enough, my perception, alertness, perception, investigative, perception, awareness are all the same rolls.
Same. It's a good life.
Remember when none of us had investigate for no good
4.
reason?
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
We committed the crimes, not investigated them.
You guys see actually a pair of boot prints heading off in the distance from that spot, and you see it leading to, you look up ahead and there's a small grove of not really dead trees, but you get hibernating for the winter where they've lost all their leaves and everything, like big strong oaks that are kind of, there's like a group of them that are growing, like about 5 of them that are growing kind of in a circle, and it's heading in that direction.
Methinks someone might be in there, perhaps.
Liam is going to take off that gray hat that he got off the train, and he's just going to offer it over to Walter. Like,
Okay.
looks like you're just missing something.
I think I'd prefer the real one. But what does this hat look like, Sean? Is this Mr. DM? Is this a cowboy hat? I don't remember. Or Liam.
Yeah, it was a cowboy hat. I just basically took the clothes off of one of the marshals that was dead.
Oh, okay.
So I just got like a gray duster and everything, and then I took the hat. And...
Oh, my bad. I should have asked you. I don't remember that happening. I think I may have been asleep during that time.
I think so.
I guess I can be the man in gray for a little bit until we find the real one.
Well, if we're going to go in,
we don't find any more of our weapons along these tracks yet, right? We haven't yet. Think we'll find them this way then?
I think so, and we might unfortunately have to kill something.
Maybe we shouldn't be shouting out here.
H is just going to put her finger to her lips, just said, "Let me silence if you need it," and then she's going to go into obfuscate.
And I'll take point on this. I'll go first.
Okay.
If we're going into this place.
What are you guys doing about Adele, the carriage?
Yeah, Walter's going back to the carriage to tell Adele that we're going. Yeah, hey, we found tracks, and we're just gonna make sure that we actually find all our valuables.
You think some stole our stuff?
It just looks like things aren't all where we expected. Walter takes an unsubtle look around the carriage at the other two listeners and goes, we're just gonna investigate and make sure we find your valuables and ours.
Well, all right then.
But it might take us a little ways or so. So we'll be back, but I don't know if we'll be able to hear you for a minute. So if you hear, if there's nothing should go wrong, but if anything somehow does, it's good to have a plan, right? So if you hear
how long should I wait?
3 rapid gunshots into the sky, then maybe at least know something's happening. Give us some time to get to you, though, if you hear that.
All right,
Inspector, because we need to make sure that someone's here keeping the women's and children safe, right? Are they even awake by the way? Is he even awake?
Marshall is actually awake. Lupe is asleep.
Oh, I should have asked that first. Yeah, so Walter says that to them.
Okay. So, Adele, you're just gonna stay put?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Unless you wanna come with, I don't know how easy it is for you to get around.
Not scary.
Maybe, I mean, I can help you too. If you get one of those senses that you get that your things are around, maybe that could help. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you.
Adele, you do know that you can use your potentially use aspects to help out.
Okay, and then you know what? I am gonna go with I need to find my stuff. And Marsha, darling, I need you to just stay here and watch after Lupe. Which
That is important.
We'll be back.
He looks over concerned at Walter. You'll look after her, won't you?
Sir, I've had to look after much harder crowds than a good group of friends and someone as small as Miss Barito. He like pats his holster. He's like, we'll make sure we're on the lookout and that no harm can come to him.
I'll hold you to that. Bartleby hops out too and gets up on the top of the carriage and mans one of the shotguns. If you need me,
Good idea.
If you need me, let my he says it low enough that Marshall can't hear it. He says, if you need me, have my master send for me in his usual way. But in the meantime, I'll stay here and help guard the carriage just in case.
I like this idea. All right. Walter's going to put an arm around Adele and lead her. Or I guess like he's going to think about that and then catch himself and then hold his like, oh, the camera's zoomed in, hold his like arm for her to take it and walk forward and then
grab it.
Okay.
take it that way.
So where you're going to take point, you guys are all going to approach the grove of trees. Where? Yes.
Yes. Sorry, I guess my mic's not picking it up. Yes.
Okay. Give me a perception plus survival just for you because you're taking point on this.
No, you know what? I'm not going to use those dice. Those dice are assholes.
Fuck these dice.
That's right.
The dice jail for a reason.
Random color die. Here we go. It is your time to shine.
Disrespect it.
Oh,
Should have done this sooner.
that one's cocked. I got to reroll that. Oh my god. Seven.
I'm going to send you a message in chat then with how high that is. Is it better to send it to the whale one or the Chad Basket one?
Oh god. The whale ones. No, Chad. My actual one.
Well, those are the two options. Yes.
Yes, the second one, sir. The
okay.
Chad Basket account.
As long as Chad knows which one it's coming to.
I mean, yeah, I have them both in front of me, so no issue.
Now, I'm just curious, does our current carriage rival that of the caretakers?
Rival the carriage of what?
The Undertakers.
His is a little bit fancier, but it's a damn close comparison. You get the idea that this one is more, where its fanciness comes from is more of the fact that of the magical endowments to it. It's much more of a tactical piece of equipment rather than
with it.
While the other one is a little bit more, it has the silver inlay in it of the angelic figures holding up the four corners of it and all the etchings and woodwork. This one is nice, but the other one is like almost like royalty nice, like you'd expect dignitaries to get to be buried in this thing.
Ours is a tactical carriage, like Ground Horse 1 or something.
I just need there to be a switch inside that makes the spikes come out of the wheels. And
the Killdozer comes at a later date.
Killdozer.
Just waiting for one of our enemies to be a giant steampunk spider.
Will Smith, how'd you get back in this time?
Oh no.
Spider.
That is such a bad movie.
You shut up. I love that movie.
Look, I am all for loving bad movies. There are certain movies that I know are trash that I absolutely adore. I think the best TV show that I can say is trash that I adore is probably still Stacked with Pam Anderson. She just works in a bookstore.
Bringing it all back together. These look relatively recent. That, or they were in a hurry, or they wanted us to find this.
Well,
This is either a trap or someone did this recently.
Well, I don't think they knew we'd be coming back.
I don't know. Knowing us, after going through our memories, I'm pretty sure they'd think we'd come back.
And but we got rid of him.
Maybe a third party.
Is this one of them occasions, old friend, where you should be an owl?
Oh man.
Audible sigh. Audible sigh. Huge, deep sigh. I suppose.
Girls
And-
teach that? Is that another clan thing? The sign,
yes.
the
Oh
thing.
God. I'll just turn away and I'll spend 1 blood as I mark it down.
You also could be a wolf if you wanted to be.
That's true. I'm actually gonna go with wolf here. This seems a little bit more fitting.
Wolfware.
Where's Sonoy?
He's
back at the
right-
cage.
No, he was
No,
coming
he's
with you
with
guys.
me. Okay. I don't know. Okay.
Sonoy has been, unless you give him a direct command otherwise, Sonoy has been apart from you for a couple of nights now. He's staying pretty
True.
close.
Okay. So 1 blood and like 18 seconds, and I am now a wolf.
Okay, you guys see Wea transform into a Sonoy-sized timber wolf. However, you do remember last time he did this, he was kind of a combination of white and black. At this point, he is completely black furred except for one little star of white on his forehead.
You're looking a little different there. You used to have more white on you. You got it kind of, Walter, like boops Wea's forehead.
However, the cross my eyes, whatever.
The only acceptable reaction to that.
Yeah.
Luckily, because it was done by your blood brother, this is probably the one person of the group that you would allow to boop you.
I don't even know what to do. I guess I'm just gonna like look at my feet, my posies, and then I'm just gonna kind of move my way forward. And yeah, I'm actually gonna turn back and look at Sonoy and make eye contact with him and telepathically tell him to come next to me.
Yeah, and he kind of forms like a hunting pattern with you.
And then sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Atris, where are you in relation to the rest of the group? Did you move on ahead? Are you staying back?
Yes, Atris is sticking close to the group. She's not wandering off too far.
Okay, cool.
This
You
is,
guys.
Oh, go ahead.
So just so I'm understanding the order, it's Wea and Sonoy in the front. Liam, where are you abouts in the group?
I'm behind the wolves.
Yeah, me and
behind-
Liam are next to each other.
We'll say Atris is behind everyone.
Okay. Walter, where did you say you were?
Just right next to Liam, you know.
Okay, so it's going to go Wea and Sonoy in the front, Liam, Walter, and Adele second row, since you're kind of helping to guide Adele. And then Atris, you're kind of just hanging close behind them.
And
So
I'll
you
be
can
here.
kind of watch. So you guys approach the grove of trees, and there you see there is a rock, a couple of rocks there.
That's a nice boulder.
Yeah, pretty much. And you guys see a pile of you see a sword that looks familiar, you see weaponry, you see a lot of familiar stuff that has been placed in the center of this small grove of trees. And by trees, I mean these are like solid, like oak, like white oaks kind of thing. Like these trees are a good 20, 30 feet tall.
They're definitely not normal for the area.
Are they like green and lush, or
No. This is oaks are in Texas and places like that. They're just not. They're definitely all just branches and twigs at this point. They don't have any leaves on them. They're hibernating for winter.
So looking up in the tree, we don't see like anything, nothing at all.
Nope.
That's a little
I want to
convenient.
listen hella hard.
Okay.
I want to be like crouching a little bit here and walking slow or light.
Yeah.
stepping
Can
light.
I stealth? Can I
Yeah,
send
you
Sonoy
can all
to-
make a dex stealth roll. Atris, you get an advantage, so yours is only difficulty 4. Everyone else is standard.
And can I send Sonoy to do like a round? I'll
Sure.
mentally communicate with him to go like, do a round and be
Yeah,
stealthy.
absolutely.
Oh wow, the ones are real. Holy shit, that's 4 ones.
Well, I
Okay.
got 4 successes.
That's a botch.
She got 3 successes.
Single
You
botch.
botch?
Yeah, single botch as a wolf. Single
Okay.
botch.
3, 4, 4.
I don't even have stealth.
6 for stealth, and then I'm
Wow.
going to listen also.
Sonoy
This will help you work on
also
that.
single botches.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Balls botch.
Oh.
Walter, did
I
you make sure
misspoke.
Walter, did you make sure to up your difficulty with the no?
Yeah, I did. I rolled high. Thanks for asking. I misspoke. I'm leading Atris. I'm like walking alongside her, or Atris. Jeez, I mean Adele, because
Adele.
Adele needs that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It wants to
not
do that.
good.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Anyway, 4 successes on stealth.
Okay. And 4 successes for Liam, 3 successes for Atris. Adele, how many were yours?
I see.
I believe 6 or 7. And then I just got
Your
5
stealth roll?
for listening. Yeah. I have hella dex.
Okay.
And then I just got 5 for listening.
Okay. You don't hear anything. Somehow the blind woman is the stealthiest among all of Wea, you and Sonoy maybe a little bit more in a bestial mode. There's actually like a low growl coming from each of you as you circle around, and you feel like you're not being super stealthy. Okay. Do you guys approach the pile of loot?
Liam would like to try and pick up a rock and like throw it towards the center where the loot is.
Okay, go for it.
I want to aura perceive the pile that, because did they mention that everything's in a pile?
No one said anything to you yet.
Walter said that's a little too convenient.
What is?
We found all our stuff. It's all in a pile, but it's like it's all arranged there and around some trees.
I'm skeptical. Yeah, I want to aura perceive the pile.
Go for it. All right, Liam, you toss a rock. Okay, cool. Yeah, you toss the rock. Nothing happens.
I'm scanning the area. Like Walter is completely focused on the surroundings. Like is there a forest that this leads into?
No, it's really just, I mean, it's not like it's these trees and nothing else around. There's like bushes and shrubs and, stuff like that. But these are kind of the biggest trees in the immediate area. There's others that you can see within sight, like 20 feet one direction, 10 feet another direction. But it just seems like these trees were probably all seedlings that like grew up to get these 5. And they're a good, like, I don't know, 8 feet in diameter, so they're good solid trees that go up 20, 30 feet.
Oh, yeah, like Walter's like looking like around and like up the trees. He's looking for the trap.
Yeah, Atris would be scanning as well.
If I may.
Everyone can make up, who has an aura can make up either perception plus alertness or perception plus awareness roll, and just let me know which one you did, and I'll tell you what you sense.
Actually, I'm gonna kind of nudge Adele, like, my dear, an aura perception might be key here.
I'm doing it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, there's no glow that says, "Okay, I'm going aura."
Maybe you should have read her aura before asking.
All right, I got 2, and if I have, do I have to choose? Because it's the same roll for perception awareness.
You do have to choose because depending on what information I give you depends on what Atris is focusing on. What she sees or what she feels.
The choice was investigation. Let's do investigation.
Storyteller, may Walter be rolling like some kind of wits roll involving ambushes, since his wits specialty is ambushes?
Yeah, you could do wits plus alertness or awareness to kind of think.
I got 5 on my aura perception.
Okay. You see 1 or 2 things that are giving off a magical aura. One of them you look and it's the other one of Wea's tomahawks. You see the vials are in the mix that are giving off the aura.
Okay.
5 successes, but other than that, like it looks like a pile of stuff. Like you're not really seeing any kind of magic or weird aura is from your guys' items that have been imbued.
So it's not. So any trap is not going to be magical.
No, again, again, it's one of those things of most aura perception things from afar are usually like a entity-based thing. Spirit's touch allows you to actually touch an item and get more information
before knowing if it was dangerous.
So, I mean, you don't have a sense trap aura thing. Like, traps do not give off their own aura unless it's a person laying in wait, hiding in the bushes.
We're not giving off holy auras,
I didn't know if it was
a good start.
Trap.
Yeah. 5 successes. What did you roll for, Walter?
This one, because it's wits and it's about like ambush, and you're giving me that kind of choice, I'm gonna go with the supernatural sense.
Oh yeah, you with 5 successes, you are definitely feeling like that feeling that you're being watched kind of thing. And if this is specifically for like an ambush, this is that center of the pile is the kill zone kind of thing. If someone was setting up a trap,
this ain't good. We don't want to go to those. If we do, we're springing some kind of trap. We're being watched. Walter's more visibly agitated.
Well, one of us could go. I'm not necessarily against allowing traps to be sprung on me anyways.
Huh.
Yeah, Liam.
You're not wrong. It's kind of your thing this year.
Okay, so Liam is going to walk towards the pile of stuff.
Okay.
Because he's also impatient.
True.
As you guys see reflecting in the moonlight, a pair, you see Wea in his eyes, and you see Sonoy from almost the other side of the grove of trees, and him looking in from the other side looking in.
Walter's going to crouch down and unsling his rifle from his back
Okay.
while he approaches.
Liam, you come near the pile.
Liam is going to pump 2 blood into Dex.
Cool. You get closer and closer. You're kind of looking around. You're looking to your left, your right, up above in the branches of the trees. And you approach the pile. You're standing right in front of it.
Gonna reach for, let's say, do I see Adele's pistol?
You do.
I'm gonna reach for Adele's little pistol.
You grab it.
Put it in my pocket. Pick up her knife.
Mm-hmm.
Stick that in my pocket. Pick up Leia's tomahawk.
Okay.
We're all really, really untrusting right now.
Because we
Now,
know
that's
better.
right. Huh?
Because we know better.
No.
I'm going to take. Do I see the vials, like the blue potion and the vitae?
Go ahead and give me a perception investigation roll. It's going to take you a little bit to dig through the pile.
I just had so much stuff that I miss.
That was easy.
And that's it. You guys just walk away. The end.
It was mind games the whole time.
Huh, that was weird. Well, on our way.
Yeah.
Or
Back to town, boss.
you do find them, and then I'm going to send you something, Liam, because you got 4.
You're cursed.
To be fair, I actually am
Oh,
cursed.
make sure you're not whispering it to me, and you change.
I know.
it.
I have Liam highlighted.
Okay, I was making sure.
I'm highlighted.
Send it to me by accident or on purpose.
I have a terrible feeling that I'm just trapped in here now.
You touch one of the vials and a genie pops out.
You guys find out that you're trapped in like a snow globe.
The Vitae genie.
And then I need everyone else to give me a perception alertness. This is hearing based, other than Liam.
Hmm.
Sorry, when my stuff is hearing based, and my hearing is already on.
Wow. 2 10s rolled into 2 10s?
Yes, son.
Oh my god.
Lower difficulty?
Yes. Difficulty, I think it's 4 or 5, whatever it does for you.
No joke, my 2 10s rolled into 2 10s twice.
Wow.
So I got 6 successes.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Never happened to me before.
Never put those dice in jail.
Oh yeah, they've been no.
Well, this is the. That's okay. That canceled itself out. 6.
Okay. Go ahead and everybody mute your microphones.
Like, so we
Everyone?
can't talk, or like so we can't hear.
There's a reason.
I'm half joking. You guys hear nothing. As a matter of fact, you hear more than nothing. You hear the complete absence of sound. Atris, you instantly recognize this ability as the rest of you catch on, as suddenly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 individuals appear around you guys. There is at least 2 to 3 people by each of you with swords and weapons pointed at your vital organs. They are dressed in leather armor for the most part, black leather armor with red cloth that covers their face, other than allowing a small little bit for their eyes, bandaged up, dark-skinned individuals for the most part. As one kind of burly guy is standing next to Liam, and let's see. I will do.
Oh,
That guy.
Um,
I thought it was going to be a map, but
Yeah. I was
this
like,
is much
Yeah.
more welcome at this moment.
everybody say map.
well, as I said, you're surrounded by about 15 different individuals,
Oh my god.
and in a very thick accent, if you move, you die.
Oh, so we can talk now?
Just around you, Liam, you hear it where you hear sound again, but the rest of you, it's still in silence. Atris, you instantly recognize this group. These are, hold on.
I mean, I can make a reasonable assumption, but I'll let you, of course, tell me.
I will send
Hey, they're the monkeys. People say they monkey around.
Mhm.
These are the Azizel Al-Hamara, otherwise known as the Red Shadows. They are a special unit of the Bara Hakim. I'll go ahead and send you that name.
Just a quick check. Is Atria still obfuscated, or has she been discovered as well?
You're still obfuscated.
Okay.
But you know that these guys aren't ones to mess with. You know that the voice. Go ahead and give me a just straight wits roll for me, Atris.
Okay. 2.
2. Okay. Okay. You know that this guy is known as Hakim Mustafir. He is the second in command of this particular group. The last you heard, they were all back home in the Middle East. And so the fact that they're out here this far is unusual. There are cells of Asemites that have been started in America to start being spies and assassins and stuff like that. But like these guys are like from home turf. Like they normally stay pretty close to your home base. And you know that this group is led by another individual known as Fatima al-Fakibi. She is known, let's see, otherwise known as the Hand of Vengeance, is kind of her nickname. She kind of made her mark as, basically she made a name for herself against other vampires during the Crusades, of being one slaughtering human and vampiric infidels alike in the Middle East. She's kind of like, when people think the quintessential like Bara Hakim, she's kind of the one that helped put your guy's name on the map. Of even elders speak her name in hushed reverence of other clans. She's like the assassin's assassin, and she leads this group. What you're also very aware of is within this group there are members of something known as the Dwinnat Allah, which is God's divine judgment. Basically, they are Asemite sharpshooters who have known to take out someone 1,000 meters away.
Geez, so they brought the whole freaking cavalry on.
So, like, these are the guys you see. You know, the ones that are more dangerous are the ones you don't see that would pick you guys off from afar.
Okay, she is definitely going to drop obfuscate, make sure she is non-threatening and as respectful as possible, and we'll be like, please do what they say. They are quite good at what they do.
Does anyone hear Atris?
Atris, with how close were you actually? Everyone sees Atris, and she's in kind of a.
I don't see
I guess,
shit.
like, she would make sure to gesture that, make sure don't do anything, don't try to harm anyone, just pacify, don't.
At this point, the cones of silence drop as you guys can hear noise sound again for communication.
Oh, well, we knew it would be a trap.
Walter's eyebrows go up and he sets his gun down in silence.
And it poofs back into your...
No, it's a rifle. This one.
Oh, okay.
It's the rifle.
No, I'm not trying to be rude here, but these are our items.
We have found what you have lost. We are looking for something as well. You will tell me what I need to know. I will cut you each down one by one. Atris, you know that Hakim has been kind of known as something of a hothead, and he's about as Bruja as a Semite can get, kind of thing. So he's kind of been known as something of even an asshole, even among you guys, but he has the rank and authority where, other than the people that are above him, you don't really mess with him.
I would do exactly what he says. He is, like I said, he is quite good at what he does and can very much show for it. Like he and his clan are much respected in our clan.
Well, are we going to stand around or are you going to ask your questions?
I want all of you to come here into the center of this grove.
Atris complies.
Where do you come into?
I have much of a choice.
Yep.
Atris, you notice that no one is actually leveling a weapon at you.
I do not believe they'll harm us, but do not lie to them.
So you want me to shut up?
Sounds like a great idea.
Do all of you go into the center? Okay.
Are they surrounding us that we see, or are any of them standing near the items as well? I guess
there's a couple of them that are, since Liam was in the center and he walked in, there was about 3 of them, including this guy that's talking right by him. The rest of them all appeared kind of behind you guys.
Okay, we are very well corralled.
Yes.
Yeah, Walter's leaving his rifle in the snow, dirt, and walking to the clearing quietly. Udell, actually, I think. Udell, are you letting me lead you?
Yep.
Do I need to like throw a cat string to help her? Excellent.
Sean, I think we know what he looks like by now.
Okay.
Wait, what's he look like again?
I've forgotten completely.
Damn you, forgetful mind.
He has red hair.
And disappear from the mind's eye, curses. In Arabic, he starts speaking to Atris.
Oh, come on, Sean. You don't know Arabic? Dude.
Yeah, like this is just really breaking my immersion.
Yeah, dude.
Child of Sari Naziri, you are known to us, and you are still within good standing within the Bar Hakim. You guys pick up at least Bara Hakim from there, and some of you at least, having traveled with Patrick for a long time, know that that's what the Semites call themselves. So you're basically hearing Arabic, 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 Bara Hakim, Arabic, Arabic.
And in Arabic, she'll say, "I am honored. Thank you."
We know from your sire that you are here on your own business. I will ask you first. Do you stand with these individuals?
Currently, yes. I am on contract with the rest of my companions here.
Does this align with your mission?
At the moment, yes.
Very well. And back to English, he looks to all of you. Answer my questions swiftly and honestly, and we will get through this night quickly. Where are the individuals known as Patrick and Elizabeth?
Oh,
Well,
shit, I was hoping someone could tell us.
We know that they went in with you to the mission known as San Miguel and did not exit. Where did they go and what befell them?
Well,
We only heard of what happened to them. We were separated as we were exploring the catacombs of the mission. We returned to find the prisoners in the cell that that Patrick and Olivia were in. They were talking to them. They claimed that they disappeared. We have not seen them since.
there was. Didn't they say there was some kind of opening?
Yes, they seem to have gone through. They say they saw the Patrick and Olivia go through a green light. That was the best reporting we had gotten.
They said we asked the several different prisoners who were in the room watching through the bars, and they didn't say they left through any doors. They just disappeared there in the room.
We were
Didn't
deep
come back.
underground. It was unlikely that they left through natural means.
Wait, y'all know about the mission?
There is much that we know.
Well, there's. We gotta tell them the other thing.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
And Patrick.
What is it that you are talking about? Speak up.
Well,
You would have more familiarity. I unfortunately was separated from those events.
we definitely know that the like they said, it wasn't a door. And it was more supernatural than us.
Explain.
Demonic?
We can only conjecture, but it may have been a portal. However, no solid evidence.
And you have had no contact with them since then?
Unfortunately not. It has been, in game time, it's been what, several weeks? I can't remember how long it's been.
Several weeks.
I think it's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry.
Didn't I get just reminding me, because it's actually a while. Didn't I get some kind of vision where she tried reaching out?
You got it where Elizabeth, using her astral projection, reached out, saying basically, you got only snippets of it. It was almost like trying to pick up a garbled radio wavelength kind of thing. But basically that that they're trying to escape, they're trapped, Patrick's in trouble. They'll try to find you guys as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, I can't remember. Did I tell everyone else?
I don't know.
Well,
I believe you told us. I believe you did tell everyone.
Sure I did. Well,
I think you would have. I'm pretty sure
I-
Adele would have shared that information.
Yeah, I think so.
with the group.
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Well, I did hear snippets. Well, here is not quite the right description. I did get a message that something had happened and they are trapped but trying to find their way out. I don't know where they're trapped in.
You have been comrades of theirs for many years, and yet you did not look for them. Why is this?
We went back and still couldn't find a trace, and we asked those who took over the area to watch it for us too, and they're in contact with through us in a roundabout manner. We still haven't heard anything about that. I don't know how y'all travel, but I don't know how to go through any portals, so it's been kind of tough. Haven't heard
We
any
were able-
trace other than what the lady
It
shared.
was it was unfortunately safe to conjecture that unless my companions here who have been with them longer could think of a place that they would go, there was simply no place for us to search at the moment.
The honor among thieves. Very well. Do you swear that what you have said is true this night?
Wow.
I swear.
Absolutely.
Purposely not said anything.
Did Wea just bark?
Yes.
Yes, yes, these are barking noises that a wolf is making, yes.
What was that? Who is Timmy and why is he down this well?
Well, considering as we haven't told you that much and don't have that much to tell, there's not a lot of room for story making here. But our companion here that you seem to know sort of convinced us that it's a good idea to cooperate. So unfortunately, this looks like the best we got.
Very well. Lastly, what was your business on the train? Why were you heading that direction?
We're out here working, but did y'all have some interest on the train?
If it was a matter of taking claim on a thievery, then there would be that issue. But we were by our part of our contract making some trouble for the competitor.
Personally, I wanted revenge.
My question was where you were headed and why.
North? And it
For
was
our mission, for our mission, it was going to be a round trip, going up by the train, and then once our mission was done, simply returning after we were done.
But we have an associate out in the Indian Territory, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Black. He is the purveyor of the Golden Goose Company, and he believes there is a spy in his midst. Our task is to flush said spy out. So we actually haven't reached our destination quite yet. We're still heading into the heart of Indian Territory to the what was it? Not the Coyote,
And
the
of course-
lonely Coyote.
And of course, to look for our stuff, because we had misplaced it during the trip.
This little detour has kind of set us back, but we're not done. We're still on the way.
You hear him lean over and speak. It's in Arabic, so the only one that Atris can go ahead and make a perception plus alertness roll to see if
2 successes.
Okay. You pick up bits of what they're talking about. You hear the name Walter James, which is not familiar to you. As he goes, do you think they know about Walter James? Seems that he's headed in the similar location that we heard that he was in. Do you think that he still has it on him? And they're kind of talking amongst themselves. As they're talking, he looks back and goes, "You may have all your things back in the return from where you came, but pay no mind to this mission in Indian territory, as you put it. We will take care of it."
Take care of, but y'all don't even know.
Infidel, this is a personal matter.
In this case, I will yield. I would yield to your authority.
What's
infidel mean? I apologize, but there is an expectation that we return with a name.
Expectations are sometimes disappointed. At this, you guys all, well, those of you who are still somewhat human, blink.
None of us.
There is a poof of snow on the ground. This is not obfuscate where someone reappeared. Go ahead
and disapparate.
Give me a wits plus occult roll for those who have occult.
Oh, must be nice having your occult privilege.
Got 2 in occult.
I'm glad I got 1.
Walter, you can go ahead and make your roll if it's just gonna be at a higher. It's just gonna be at difficulty 8 for you.
I got 1.
4.
Like they all just separated.
Okay. Pass fail. Did anyone not get it?
I got it.
Leia, did you get it?
Yeah, I got 2.
Liam, did you get it?
3.
You all get it. You've heard tales of people that are strong enough in the discipline of celerity that basically they are a blur of movement, that actually tracking them when they're moving is damn near impossible with the normal eye. And you get it. So you get the idea that that's exactly just because of the basically this rush of snow that's almost like tidal waved as this person came to a stop, and basically you blinked, there was no one there, and suddenly there was someone just in front of you.
Do I feel a rush of wind?
Yes, actually.
Wait, I have my fan.
Did they just... Damn.
Ooh, she's pretty.
As a woman appears in front of you, dressed similarly to all of them, but you notice that she has a tattoo on her arm of a red sparrow. And you all you hear all the Lady Fatima, and they all bow as with their weapons they push all of you down into a try to at least attempt to push you all down to a bowing position.
Oh my God.
Like even with the wolves, they sit there and push down the front haunches.
Alright.
Atris
Do any
won't
of you
resist.
resist
Atris won't.
it? Atris, again, they're not manhandling you. They just expect you to know what to do.
Walter is just confused and perhaps difficult to move and is slow about it.
Liam's just obstinate.
Get down here.
If any of you resist, you start to feel the blades start to push in a little bit more.
Tickles.
I get the point.
Crazy.
And drop down to a knee.
I get down there eventually.
Okay. She looks around and in Arabic speaks to Hakim. So, Atris, you pick up on this.
Mm-hmm.
Who has told you to interact with this group without my command? My lady, I meant no disrespect. What you meant or what you did not mean is of no interest to me. Who is the leader here? You are, ma'am. I only thought you are not here to think. You are here to follow commands to the letter. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am. It is just that. And in a flash of movement that you guys do not follow, he is suddenly cupping one of his eyes as he then lets go, and there is a slash mark across his face.
Well, I sure don't see it.
As one of the eyes is now completely damaged, and you see it bleeding out and like oozing out. You are not allowed to heal this wound for 1 month. Let it be a reminder to all of you as she looks around who gives the commands here. And Hakim, if you usurp my authority one more time, you will not make it back to Alamut and die here on foreign soil. Now, all of you, allow them up and leave us. Meet us at the rally point. And tell God's divine judgment to leave us as well. They all bow, and you guys see all of the Semites slowly fade away as they obfuscate and disappear into the night.
Think he made her angry.
Don't want to make her angry.
So does this mean that we can go to the Lonely Coyote?
In English, she says, please, rise. She looks...
Stand.
She looks at Wei and goes, you may continue to keep that form if you wish, but if you wish to participate in this conversation, you may revert back to your normal self.
I will, on that, revert back to my normal self. And then as I do, this is the like leader chick, right?
I mean, you got from the thing that she was yelling at everybody in Arabic. Well, not yelling, but there was that tone in her voice that was universal.
The mom voice.
Right. She basically mom voiced this entire group of assassins, and they all just were bowing to her and leaving.
When I shift back, I'll give a deep and long bow once I finish my form.
We have heard tales of your people, and we are sorry for their plight.
Thank you.
So this is the Obsidian Spurs that Patrick has decided to join.
You're looking at him.
Mr. Reese, it is good to see you again. And she gives you the traditional Arabic version.
Good to see you too. She's referring to me, right?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. And I looked at the group and it's like, we can't trust her because she is remembering that her sire did send say someone with the sparrow tattoo was supposed to meet up with her. I informed my sire what was going on, and I was promised help by our friend here, and I gesture at the woman.
As I'm sure many of you are aware, knowledge is power, and we like to keep very close watch on all of the children of Hakim. Patrick, though he is not in good standing with the clan, is still one of ours, and his disappearance and ability to be hidden from our gaze is something that is concerning to all of us.
I would like to say we are concerned as well.
I'm glad to hear it. And one known as Elizabeth, she is a valuable asset that we do not wish to lose. She too has a debt to the clan that is still yet to be paid.
You mean you mean Olivia? Yeah, never mind.
She just
You're right.
smiles.
They have Elizabeth has been with our clan before. I believe Patrick. I believe Patrick would probably mention something like that before.
You've heard tale. You knew of Patrick, but like until you met up with the group, you had never really had any dealings with him, other than hearing that he basically made an embarrassment of himself and got exiled from the clan.
Mm-hmm.
You are exiled, but we follow you.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
At least agents would know that if she's using Elizabeth's name, then they of course know.
But they, as assassins and spies, they are very much aware of who Elizabeth actually is, and being one of the potentially only of her clan left. Basically, a deal was struck with the Bada Hakim of, we'll keep your secret, especially from the Tremere, even help keep people off the scent, but in turn, basically, you owe the clan a life debt, and anything we ask you to do, we say jump, you say how high, kind of thing.
Yeah, just to, keep her safe, she should be called Olivia.
I think we are only within ears of all who know her true self.
We can trust her with our friend's identity.
Liam's just kind of taking his stuff, just slowly.
Please gather your things. They are yours. Although, Atris, the vials you carry, those are quite curious. How did you come by these?
We were gifted these at the end of our mission at San Miguel. Someone who was, we thought was the general was impersonating himself. So this was sort of this gift to not have us kill him, or at least I would not kill him.
She reaches over and grabs one of the blue vials. This is quite the gift. I have not seen its like before.
Like, its magic was only briefly explained, but I do not understand how it works, only what it does.
And what is it that it does?
Which color vial you're holding?
The blue.
Blue.
Blue one. That one. Now my blanking. The Vitae cures the ag damage, and the blue one cures fire. Yeah, that was. That vial would upon consumption will allow you to approach fire without fear.
This is no small thing.
I took it myself. It works.
It also has another fun benefit. One who's consumed by frenzy need only swallow some, and all of a sudden, all of their faculties are returned to them.
A valuable gift indeed. She hands it back.
Have you happened to learn anything about where Patrick and Elizabeth may be at all, if I may ask?
Rumors. Ones that have not been verified yet.
I have no idea if this will be helpful at all, but I know what Patrick asked for from the demon. He asked for knowledge.
Such was his quest in order to be welcomed back into the fold.
True, but if there's somewhere that high-valued knowledge would be attained, that may be where he is.
Did he mention where this knowledge could be found?
No, unfortunately. We were a bit concerned. I myself, shortly thereafter, fell into torpor for a couple of weeks. That was fun.
It does not seem like he is currently interested in seeking knowledge, if the rumors are true. Instead, he seeks destruction.
Now he got interesting?
It seems he may be serving a new master.
And what master may be he serving?
The same one in which he gained this knowledge from.
I remember, the stone, that's all the only thing I remember, but I was in frenzy. I was not there to see what happened.
There was a lady demon. She swooped him up in the sky.
It wasn't very nice. She was pretty.
Whether he is serving this entity willingly or not is yet unknown, or whether it is any of these rumors are true or not is yet to be verified by our spies.
Oh, we seem to have more questions than answers.
Y'all heard where he might be serving this master?
Yeah.
This is what is confusing. Apparently, he has been spotted multiple places, miles away from each other.
Well, that would make sense given his new ability to go whatever he wants.
He also might have made an enemy he should not have.
Besides us?
Let's just say that the clan of mages do not take well to their secrets being pilfered.
Oh, seems to be making a lot of new friends over the actions of others.
Yes, one does not rob the chantry of the Tremere lightly. I more wish to know how he got inside. Or if this rumor is true, or simply whispers on the wind.
That's why you wanted to hear about this portal thing.
Indeed.
I'd reckon. We didn't even see it ourselves. You know, even for us, it's just hearsay.
The only portal we did see, as I reported to Madam Sari, was the Hell Gates within the mission itself. That's the only other portal we had encountered.
I might be able to help you on your mission, Mr. Reese. The portal you seek, the rest of your group was actually very close to it once.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the human settlement known as Taylorsville?
Just a wee bit.
I believe they're very familiar with that, according to the stories they've told me.
I wouldn't I wouldn't be sending any postcards from there anytime soon, but yes.
The thing that stirs beneath was not buried in that location. In fact, he is buried much closer to where we are from. Yet somehow he has found his way here, and not by ship.
Oh, I can only assume portal then.
I believe there is a door that he has found the way. A door that was sealed and suddenly not. He has yet to fully walk through this door, but his power seeps through it and is affecting the lands.
Is it having some kind of effect, him going through it outward?
Well, I believe you've heard tale of the rodent problem in recent areas.
Oh, we experienced
We know firsthand.
We could tell you a bit about it.
And I believe where you are currently keeping your residence, there was a problem with, what do you call them out here? The large cows. Ah, yes. He's testing the influence of his reach, stretching his muscles, planning for something bigger.
His.
You haven't been back there recently, have you?
Not. You say his, not. Not Clementine.
The child is not the father.
Also, we might have gotten back there sooner, but for some reason, the path that our group seems to be on seems to be highly pointed.
You may want to visit again sometime and see what has happened.
No, the humans are probably dead.
They weren't living much of a life when they were there. When we were there.
Bone sculptures.
Nevertheless, our goals are still mutual. So we will definitely heed your counsel.
The key to the door lies along the followers.
Well, we do actually have some allies that are within those ranks.
I would talk to them soon. Now, as to your mission, why you are going along the train, I can tell you what my men suspect. You said you serve one known as Mr. Black, or at least doing a favor for him.
He's an acquaintance. He's doing us a favor. We were doing him one in return.
That's something we were doing, yeah.
I would caution you in his dealings. It is hard to trust a snake.
Definitely say we don't trust him, but at the moment we're just trying to obtain an important piece of equipment, and you probably have seen the carriage out there that is just trying to obtain it.
All of you go ahead and make a wits plus occult roll.
Yeah, Walter wouldn't know this on
One.
his own, maybe offhand, but Lyman knows exactly what that means.
One.
Oh, I got one.
3.
3. Where? 0. Where? You have no clue. Makes sense given that you were born and raised in these here United States. The rest of you, you've at least heard of the clan of the followers of Set. You know, they're also often referred to as snakes. That their big thing is sowing corruption and encouraging people to go to their darker whims. And Atris, you know that they have been a longtime enemy of Clan Asemite. given that
All right.
where they're normally from and where the Semites originally were from before they started branching out, there was a lot of competition over turf and control of.
Okay.
Basically, those are the two most prominent clans in the Middle East, and they often were at war with each other, trying to gain power, control, influence, territory, things like that.
Mm-hmm. We just don't like a lot of people.
The individual that you seek, we believe him to be a traitor among our midst.
Oh,
A double traitor, because I believe we were going after who we believed was a spy.
Yes.
So he was spotting on us as well.
He once was one of us, defected to the clan of serpents to serve them.
Oh,
It seems that he learned his distrustfulness from them and has now betrayed his new master as well. He seems to look at whatever is the most profit for himself.
it seems that our goals are becoming more and more mutual by the moment. It seems that we definitely need to silence the spy once and for all.
Yes.
your men going after him then? Is that must be why they said they'd take care of him?
That was the goal, as well as making sure the rest of you behave, though that was not my command, and that shall be dealt with later.
Well, the main thing that we needed to do was suss out who it was and kind of get. Were we supposed to figure out proof?
I believe
of
in order
him?
to in order to complete that arrangement, we were supposed to bring proof that he had been silenced, or bring him back in general. That was in order to obtain our ride.
We don't exactly know everything there is to know about Mr. Black. We just we're just in the area, and we're trying not to make enemies where it counts. But in this arrangement, he offered to trade us something real handy, which is a whole carriage. So we were hoping at least to find out who the person is and be real sure that they're taken care of on his behalf. I know you're not doing this to help him if that's the case, but can you tell us who it is?
And what would you give me to aid you in your quest?
Our cooperation. We won't be heading up that way and asking questions after y'all have been there, and just stay out of your hair, stay out of your way. We're not trying to make enemies of you either. You know what I mean?
Atris will hand her vial.
Which vial was Atris's?
Atris had the vial of Vitae, so that would be the one to heal ag damage. I can offer you this. This can help you heal the most powerful ag damage. This will heal a little bit of your ag damage, just like any magic attack that you got.
She considers for a second. Very well, I'll make you a deal. Hand over one of those blue vials. You may keep the red one. I will order my men to give you the time you need to complete your mission if it aids you. In return, you will mention nothing of our movement and our group to this Mr. Black.
You can be assured of my silence.
Done.
If that's the case, thank you for dealing with us. As part of the deal, could we ask a few questions about what's going on around the mines in Taylorsville?
Or could you kill Reggie?
Or do you know where some fucking rat named Reggie the Rat might be?
Unfortunately, my mission is not to track down such an individual.
Walter visibly deflates.
I know it. You would hate him so much. I'd wish you'd just speedy death for him as well.
Oh no, it needs to be long and painful.
Well, whatever. You guys have more beef with him than I do.
Do we have an arrangement?
Yes, we have. I believe we have an arrangement.
I was
I
hoping
believe-
to use those, but why?
Patrick,
Looks like the group's in favor.
Patrick,
Yeah.
Patrick, I'm sure, has spoken to you, and Atris can fill you in on what happens if you break a pact with the Bara Hakim. Yes?
Yes, indeed.
I take it them swords ain't just for show.
I would not underestimate them.
Not break packs that I make.
She gives way a once over. And you, and she looks at Liam, are you in agreement?
Oh, I have nothing to add or decline on this one. That's fine with me.
She holds out her hand for one of the blue vials.
Going through all my stuff like, great, now I only have 2.
She takes it. Very well.
Yeah, just on a hindsight note, had we have not gone through all this, we never would have known about you, and we still would have gone to the Indian Territory.
So,
Huh.
I'll look at her real quick,
mm-hmm.
and I'll say, you know, I've heard his voice. The one under the mountain.
Indeed. He's reaching out, trying to see his influence and his newfound power.
Newfound.
The individual you're looking for is known as Kasim Bayar. Though what name he is actually going by and which face he is wearing, I am not sure.
Can you say the name one more time?
Kasim Bayar.
Okay.
Great, and more shifting faces. I mean, it is good, but it's not good to be on the other side.
Just remember, suspect anyone who looks like Inspector Marshall.
When were you to be in town?
Getting back to town, or going to find the.
Well, you were
spy?
looking for this traitor.
Or hoping to be there by tomorrow night.
Oh, we got a appointment card that someone else was on their way to meet him.
When?
Think
Is it midnight tomorrow?
it was midnight tomorrow. The lone coyote.
Then you have till tomorrow. If you do not complete your task then, I shall allow my men to do what they do. And you will be robbed of your prize.
Oh,
That is fair.
Makes sense to me.
we just need proof he's been silenced. We don't really need to take him back.
Yes, but I'm sure honor would dictate that you would wish to complete this task yourself.
Yeah, we like to get our hands dirty.
So I know. Very well. Be well. Atris. And
You man.
And with that, she disappears, and there's another of snow.
I just kind of look around like, ugh, why does anyone obfuscate in fresh powdered snow?
That's
You see footprints everywhere.
It just kind of giggles despite herself.
You do know that with obfuscate, people overlook things a lot. But okay, so you all get all your equipment back. You find that it's all there.
Minus 1 blue vial.
Minus 1 blue vial.
Worth it.
Which I definitely rolled the percentage die to see how many, if any. You guys lucked out that none of those broke when they got yeeted out the side of the car.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh boy.
I basically rolled for every single vial, and you lucked out that all of them landed on something soft enough not to break them. I will say that we'll stop there for tonight. You guys can decide what you're doing with Marshall and.
Can we at least get back to the carriage and like get that moving?
Sure.
Before leaving, I think that would be good. So
all right. You guys pick up all your stuff. What do you do next?
Go back to the carriage.
Yep. Back to Marshall to make sure everyone's okay.
You see
sticking around.
Bartleby, and he's sitting there with like 2 pistols. Where'd they go? Where'd they go?
The next spot will be they will not harm us. They're gone.
Looks at Liam.
No, it's fine. They were mostly annoying.
Don't even hit them if you tried.
Slowly puts his pistols back into the holster.
Well, I think we have an appointment to make.
Back to driving.
Yes, we did it long enough.
Although I'm surprised with the 5 successes in ore perception, she didn't see any vampires around the trees.
They weren't around the trees as of yet. They
were that good. They were that
looking
fast.
at the center of the pile. They weren't there yet.
Although you're giving me a very, very bright view into my future of abilities, if they can dip it out, almost like teleportation.
Fun, Miranda.
Cat butt.
Adele, do you say anything to Marshall?
I'm just fine. Walter took wonderful care of me. The respectful kind of care.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Have you all gotten what you need to get?
Was the necklace there? Was the necklace there?
Yes.
We certainly did. Every single item.
Ma'am, should I then take this young girl back to her family?
Well, like we'd said, we're not quite done.
Right, but ma'am, is it safe to be taking a young girl all around the countryside like this?
Well, at the least, we got to get you to somewhere where you can get a horse, so you should at least go together for a while more. And it seems like Miss Barito wants to... I don't know what kind of business she wants to continue with you, but seems like y'all are here and ran into each other out in the middle of Texas for a reason, so
I would like at least one more night with you.
It seems like fate.
Visibly blushes and goes, all right, I'm sure that can be okay. And you see Lupe just like...
I just look at Lupe like, ay, Lupe, un idiote más grandote.
She understands all of that. Sean does not.
Called him a big idiot.
Got him.
What was that?
I called him a big idiot.
She just kind of looks at him, looks at you, looks at him, and just goes. Gringos. We'll end it there for tonight. And go ahead and call that up. So, okay, guys, y'all get an XP for showing up. Do you feel you were in danger?
Yes.
Yes.
I
It's a
guess,
little,
yeah.
But they
A
just
little
being as familiar with their
overmatched.
clansmates this year.
I assumed I was in danger. Yes.
A little outnumbered.
Yeah, just a little.
Little in the presence of an elder.
Yeah. So you get that XP too. Tell me something you learned or something badass your character did. I know there wasn't much chance for badassery this time, so
I learned that our GM just likes to toy with our emotions and give us things and then tries to take them away and threatens to break them. We
I
never
learned
get
that
them.
for some reason our gang is like in the middle of like all this crazy shit happening.
Seriously.
Like Mr. Black, Pembroke, this chick, and then the fucking the other sorcerer guy who made that black shit inside the monastery.
Ari.
Yeah, like dude,
Oh,
there's just so many elderly fucking vampires, and we're just like, hey, what's up? It's us.
We were just trying to
You
make
know,
a
like
home.
what?
We shoot guns.
Yeah, we kill people and
Because
stuff, and
why?
they're like,
That's why.
Okay.
I did learn that the elder vampire that's beneath the silver mine is not technically here, but he's
Yeah,
bleeding
that
through a door.
that was
Shouldn't be.
crazy.
Yes,
Shouldn't have been able
Like
to
that-
be here.
yes. So I think we learned that this vampire traveled through a portal from a faraway land.
And now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah, I'll say you guys got enough information that you can go ahead and take the 3 XP, unless there's
All
anything.
right.
I did not share mine.
Well, what was yours?
I gave Marshall quite a boner.
You did.
Yeah, buddy.
In the first for Adele, she realized what a boner was.
No,
I mean-
not the first.
Now, at this point, like you could have played horseshoes with that thing, like just.
Boner extraordinaire. All right.
All right.
On 39 experience.
Well, okay, guys. So you get the 3 XP. Next week we'll play and see what you guys do, looking for this traitor.
And I promise I will be on time.
Okie doke.
We honestly just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I thought I
important
said
thing
something.
is
I guess I
to
didn't.
know.
My bad. Sorry.
1,000 lashes with a wet noodle wear.
Do it. Do it. You want more scars for the scar god.
Yes. All right, guys.